You're surrounded by noise, endless chatter, notifications, constant opinions. Most people respond reflexively, scatter their energy, and exhaust their willpower without knowing it. You will choose differently. Silence is not absence. Silence is a weapon, a shield, and a signal. It forces the world to reveal itself, showing the weak, the impulsive, and the distracted. The quiet ones, the ones who speak with precision, are not timid. They are deliberate. Their restraint is their power. Each word they speak lands like a hammer. Each pause sharpens their influence. This is not about etiquette or being nice. It's about commanding your life, your space, and your mind. Stoics called it logos, reason controlled by purpose, not impulse. You will learn it. You will use it. Most people don't understand what true power looks like. They think volume equals influence. Wrong. Influence is measured in impact, not noise. Silence creates tension. It forces others to fill the void, often with their own weakness. The Stoics mastered this centuries ago. Marcus Aurelius didn't need to shout. His words carried the weight of calm authority. Epictetus didn't argue. He observed. When you master strategic silence, you disrupt the ordinary flow of conversation. You force clarity in chaos. Your mind becomes a calm harbor while others drown in their reactive storms. This isn't passive behavior, it's a tactical choice. You will not react like the rest. You will respond with thought, precision, and power. Each pause, each quiet moment is training your mind to act when it counts. Every word you waste weakens you. Every thought unexamined leaves you vulnerable. The disciplined mind knows that silence fortifies your inner citadel. Think of it as mental armor. The more you practice restraint, the more resistant you become to manipulation, distraction, and emotional chaos. The world will test you with provocation, gossip, and empty noise. Your silence will deflect the attacks and expose the fragility of those who seek to rattle you. This is not weakness, this is control. Every quiet moment is an opportunity to observe, analyze, and plan your next move. The Stoics trained their minds this way: resilient, alert, untouchable. You will adopt the same practice. Your calm will be your unseen strength, making you unshakable when storms inevitably arrive. Stop talking to be heard. Start listening to understand. Most people are desperate to prove themselves, but the disciplined few know that listening is the ultimate power move. Every conversation is a battlefield of ideas. Silence lets you map the terrain before committing your words. You notice patterns, weaknesses, hidden motives. You learn who is reckless, who is deliberate, who is worth your energy. This is the Stoic way. Observation before action, reflection before reaction. Listening deeply cultivates empathy and insight, transforming social interactions into a strategic advantage. The louder the world screams, the more your silence amplifies your authority. Each moment you resist the urge to speak, you sharpen your mind, expand your awareness, and prepare for a response that lands with precision. When you finally speak, it must hit with impact. Words wasted are energy wasted. Every syllable must serve a purpose: to instruct, to persuade, to move, to shift. The Stoics didn't speak to impress. They spoke to transform minds and situations. When you speak rarely, your words become rare commodities. People lean in because they know your voice carries intention. No filler, no noise, no excuses. This is the difference between the distracted crowd and the quiet warrior. You will measure your words like arrows, deliberate, sharp, and lethal. The world is full of those who fire randomly. You will fire only when the moment demands, and the results will speak for themselves. Your restraint becomes a force multiplier. Your silence, the forge of mental power. Silence is useless if your mind is a storm. The first step in becoming a quiet warrior is emotional mastery. Anger, frustration, and impatience are chains that keep most people enslaved to reaction. The Stoics taught that we cannot control external events. Only our responses. When provoked, do not erupt, observe. Let the impulse pass like a wave. Your silence is not submission. It is command over self. By holding your tongue while your mind calculates, you gain a tactical advantage. You see patterns, anticipate moves, and act with intention rather than reflex. Discipline your emotions, and your words will carry authentic authority. Emotional stillness transforms reactive chaos into calculated power, your signature as a modern Stoic. Power is not given. It is earned through perception and restraint. The quiet few command rooms not by shouting, but by presence. Each pause, each calm breath signals control. People lean toward those who speak less but mean more. Silence draws attention, builds suspense, and establishes authority. The Stoics understood this. Influence comes from measured action, not empty noise. When others overextend themselves in words, your quietness positions you as the observer. The strategist, the leader, influence flows naturally to those who control their voice. You will harness silence not just as a shield, but as a tool to reshape interactions, assert presence, and guide outcomes without unnecessary confrontation. Every quiet moment is an opportunity for deep reflection. The world's chaos clouds judgment, silence clears it. The Stoics practice daily reflection to separate impulse from wisdom, desire from necessity. You will do the same. Ask yourself, what matters? What is within my control? Where will my words and actions carry weight? In these pauses, clarity emerges. Your mind filters distraction. Your priorities sharpen, and your strategy solidifies. This is not meditation for comfort. It is preparation for action. By embracing stillness, you gain insight others cannot access amid noise. Reflection is the crucible where raw experience becomes calculated power. Your decisions more precise, your movements more deliberate. Observe relentlessly. Most people glance. You will see. Every gesture, every word, every hesitation reveals information the impulsive miss. Silence amplifies this skill. When you speak less, the world unconsciously fills the void, exposing intentions, fears, and opportunities. The Stoics emphasized perception guided by reason, noticing patterns, anticipating outcomes, and acting with forethought. Observation without immediate reaction is a force multiplier. You gather intelligence while others scatter energy. Your quiet presence becomes a lens through which the world's chaos is interpreted with precision. Master observation, and you control the battlefield of life before you ever draw a sword or open your mouth. Impulse is the enemy of discipline. Every provocation, every insult, every sudden change is a test. The world expects a reaction. The discipline to choose response over reflex. Silence is your ally here. The Stoics taught that external events are neutral. Only your judgment gives them power. When anger rises, when fear whispers, hold your tongue. Let observation and reason guide you. Reacting without thought is surrender. Acting with purpose is command. Your calm will frustrate the impatient, confuse the reckless, and earn the respect of the wise. Resist the urge to react. Your restraint is more powerful than any words you could hastily speak. When you finally speak, every word must be intentional. Silence has prepared the ground. Now your voice becomes a tool, not a habit. The Stoics prize logos, reason expressed with clarity and purpose. Avoid filler. Avoid emotion-driven speech. Speak to instruct, influence, or reveal truth. People will lean in because your words carry weight. Those who speak endlessly dilute their impact. You conserve it. This is not arrogance, it's strategy. Precision transforms ordinary speech into authority, turning conversations into instruments of change. Speak rarely, but when you do, make it unforgettable. Restraint is more than self-control, it is power. The moment you resist the urge to speak, react, or act impulsively, you reclaim energy others waste. The Stoics viewed restraint as a virtue. It shapes character, preserves clarity, and amplifies influence. Each pause is training your mind to focus, your judgment to sharpen, and your strategy to mature. You will find that the less you give away, the more you gain control, respect, and mental freedom. In a world addicted to instant reaction, the disciplined few rise above the noise, their restraint marking them as formidable, unshakable, and undeniably wise. The world will attack your thoughts, your values, your confidence. Silence is your defensive weapon. By speaking less, you deny others ammunition and protect your energy. The Stoics taught that control over the mind is paramount. External chaos cannot harm what is centered within. Each unspoken word is a barrier, each measured response a fortress. Your silence absorbs aggression, confusion, and manipulation, leaving those who provoke you exposed. You will not be baited. You will not be drawn into pointless conflict. Silence preserves strength, sharpens focus, and signals mastery. Your calm, unyielding presence becomes a quiet authority that others cannot breach. Most people shout to be noticed. You will hold the room with quiet. Silence naturally draws focus. People are wired to pay attention to what breaks patterns. Your calmness, your measured words, your deliberate pauses. The Stoics knew presence outweighs volume. Your intentional silence creates gravity. making others lean in to decipher your meaning. In meetings, in relationships, in life, your restraint becomes a signal of confidence and competence. You don't demand attention, you earn it effortlessly. Every pause, every calculated moment of quiet magnifies your influence and ensures that when you speak, the world listens. To harness silence, you must know yourself with brutal honesty. The Stoics demanded constant self-examination. What triggers you? What drains you? What motivates you? Without this clarity, restraint is hollow. Observe your impulses, track your reactions, and measure your words. Every time you resist speaking unnecessarily, you reinforce your self-mastery. Awareness transforms silence from habit into strategy, turning introspection into power. You will understand which battles are worth words and which are not. Your mind becomes a compass, your actions deliberate, your presence undeniable. Discipline starts inside your own mind before it projects outward into the world. Every word spoken without thought dilutes power. By practicing restraint, your eventual words gain authority. People unconsciously notice those who speak rarely but decisively. The Stoics understood this. Influence is not quantity, it is timing, weight, and intention. When you break silence, your voice lands with impact. It is heard, remembered, and respected. Your calmness becomes contagious, your confidence undeniable. The world rushes to fill gaps with noise, but you control the tempo, choosing precisely when to act and when to speak. Silence is not absence. It is a lever that multiplies your influence and forces others to align with your presence. Silence is the crucible where clarity and strategy are forged. The Stoics practiced daily reflection to transform experience into wisdom. Each quiet moment is an opportunity to analyze your actions, measure your progress, and prepare for challenges ahead. Do not mistake reflection for idleness. It is active preparation. By observing yourself and the world without immediate reaction, you cultivate insight that others miss. Your mind becomes a refined instrument, your decisions deliberate, your impact magnified. Reflection turns restraint into power, and thoughtfulness into results. Your silence is not passive, it is precision in action before execution. Life will test you. Insults, chaos, betrayal, they are inevitable. The disciplined few transform these trials into fuel for strength. Silence is your ally here. By holding your tongue, you prevent unnecessary conflict and gain strategic clarity. The Stoics taught that external events are beyond your control. Your power lies in your response. Observe, analyze, and let the world reveal its weaknesses while you remain unmoved. Every challenge becomes a lesson. Every provocation, a training ground. Your silence turns adversity into preparation, resilience, and influence. You do not react like the impulsive. You respond like a master, unshaken and precise. People respect what they cannot predict. By speaking sparingly, you command attention and authority. The world is full of noise, words thrown carelessly, promises broken by impulsive mouths. Your restraint signals discipline, self-control, and competence. The Stoics understood that true respect is earned, not demanded. Others notice when your words carry weight, when your silence is deliberate, when your presence is calm and unwavering. Respect grows around those who act thoughtfully, speak intentionally, and move with purpose. Your silence becomes a quiet contract. When you engage, it matters. Every interaction becomes an opportunity to exert influence without losing composure. To speak less is not just restraint, it is preparation for deep listening. The world's noise drowns insight, but your silence allows you to hear what others miss. Every hesitation, every subtle cue, every half-spoken thought becomes intelligence. The Stoics emphasized observing before judging, listening before reacting. Deep listening builds understanding, empathy, and strategic advantage. You learn motives, fears, and opportunities while others squander energy defending themselves or proving themselves right. Your quiet is active engagement, not passivity. By mastering the art of listening, you convert silence into knowledge, authority, and influence that surpasses mere words. Silence is not uniform, it is intentional and tactical. A pause before speaking, a moment of thought in a heated exchange, a deliberate delay in response. These are tools of the disciplined mind. The Stoics recognize that timing amplifies impact. A word spoken at the wrong moment is wasted. The same word spoken with strategy becomes transformative. Pauses create suspense, focus attention, and compel others to reflect. Your presence becomes magnetic, your voice respected and anticipated. Each calculated silence is a step toward mastery. mastery of self, mastery of influence, and mastery of the world around you. Your restraint is not absence, it is preparation. Every quiet choice shapes the person you become. Discipline, patience, and clarity are forged in stillness. The Stoics taught that virtue is built through repeated action. Your silence is daily training for resilience, focus, and integrity. When you resist the urge to speak impulsively, you reinforce self-control. When you observe before judging, you cultivate wisdom. Each moment of deliberate quiet builds a character that others notice. Respect and trust. This is not theoretical, it is practical, actionable, and relentless. Your words, when they emerge, are weapons of influence, truth, and clarity, a reflection of a mind tempered by silence. Most people are prisoners of their own words, reacting, explaining, defending, justifying. You will break free. Silence is freedom from external validation, impulsive reaction, and wasted energy. The Stoics understood that self-mastery is liberation. When you control your speech, you control your life. Each moment you choose quiet over noise. You reclaim authority over your mind, your decisions, and your influence. The world may demand response, but you answer with intention. You are no longer a victim of chaos or provocation. Your silence is your sovereignty, your armor, your power. Freedom lies not in speaking, but in choosing when, why, and how to speak. Now, integrate everything. Your silence is not emptiness. It is a forge where discipline, clarity, influence, and resilience are created. The Stoics mastered this centuries ago. Now it is your turn. Speak with precision, act with intention, observe relentlessly, reflect deeply, and resist impulsive reaction. Every pause, every measured word, every deliberate moment of quiet amplifies your authority. This is the path of the quiet warrior, unstoppable in thought, deliberate in action, unshaken in presence. Embrace silence not as limitation, but as your ultimate superpower. Transform noise into insight, chaos into strategy, and restraint into influence. Your life becomes a testament to power, guided by reason, discipline, and Stoic mastery.